Alright friends, what's up? Good to see you guys here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. We're back here in the Silver Dollar City recreation. Like we were yesterday, we did work on it a little bit yesterday, so again, trying to keep up with that consistency of getting back into it, and I'm feeling really good each and every day, like from the recovery from the wisdom teeth removal. So feeling really good today, and I think moving forward, I don't have to worry about that crappy tooth pain anymore, which is great. Now, if you guys didn't see in the Discord, I actually do have access to the new DLC. I had to turn it off. I had to turn the build off for this, obviously, so I'm back in what you guys have, because I can't show footage until the release day, so which is going to be on the 16th. And I gotta say, I've been playing around with it a little bit this afternoon, and I'm super excited. I've been trying to experiment a little bit as well, and I can say, man, like the swing launches are so cool to have, and the motorbike coaster is awesome. The new Intamin Blitz coaster is awesome. The flying theater is really cool, and there's a really good set of different pieces in the DLC, so I'm very, very excited for that. And honestly, it's going to be add a lot to the building. Just adding more a new theme to the game is pretty epic, if you ask me. I'm pretty excited about it. I can't wait for you guys to get your guys' hands on it. I'm very fortunate that Frontier decided to allow me to test it out and get some early access to it. I'll probably do like a really small project on it, I think, for this next week. That way I can have a video ready, kind of have like, so I can give you guys a little bit of a preview the day it releases. I think that's what I'm going to work on a little bit, just like a really small, like a small little section that kind of utilizes all the new stuff. I think that'd be kind of cool. You really wanted a flying theater? Yeah, you're able to import your own custom videos if you're on PC, so that's also a really cool feature. Another cool feature that I think is going to be really helpful in this recreation in particular is actually the conforming paths with the terrain. So if you make some terrain, you can actually make it to where the paths will conform to that terrain. So say if I was to like build a hill here, you can there's a new setting that allows you to do conforming. So actually stay with the terrain instead of staying flat. Right now, it will only stay flat. But if you do conforming, it's a lot easier. It kind of tries to follow it sometimes, but it changes the terrain a little bit. And you can also utilize the stamp builder on that conforming. So like if you were doing conforming here, instead of going straight, it would actually go down the hill, conforming with the terrain. And it's very, very useful and makes it very, very nice if you're working on like terrain and such. Very, very, very amazing, especially for if you're building a lot of terrain in your park, like I'm going to here for Silver Dollar City. So if you're gonna have to do a lot of that. So I think obviously this by the time we get to Hill Street, this update will already be out. So I'm definitely going to utilize that conforming feature on Hill Street and Midtown because they are kind of on the hill. So and it's really kind of hard to get those angles, So very, very excited about that. When we left off here, we actually did build and work on the rest of these buildings fronts here. We might actually today work a little bit on the back of these buildings and maybe even get started on the gazebo. I want to get started on the gazebo soon. I got some reference photos of that, and then that way we can start getting more and more done over here. Maybe even do like the flagpole. There's a little thing over here. Get all the path, get this corner kind of all situated, and then we can do like the general store, Hannah's ice cream parlor, that fun stuff. And just keep trucking along here. So appreciate you guys being here, and thank you guys so much again for your patience while I had a little bit of a break. And I had mainly a bit of a break mostly because of my tooth situation, my teeth situation. I had really bad tooth pain and I had 4 cavities, or all 4. I had cavities in all 4 of my wisdom teeth, and I was in extreme pain almost every single day from it for the last like few weeks, and it's been unbearable. So I went ahead and got the surgery and got them taken out exactly a week ago from today. So I had to recover for a little bit from that, but now that I've recovered a good amount now, I think I'm ready to get back into being consistent again, because beforehand we were being really consistent with our streams and really getting some stuff done. But yeah, we've been quiet for a little bit now for the last few weeks and probably close to a month or so. But I'm going to try my best to be consistent again. Now that I got those taken care of, I don't have to worry about my tooth pain anymore, which has been... It made it really hard to focus on anything, really. So, very, very happy that I got that done. So, it's been such a big relief. So, alright. So, now I do have some reference photos from back behind here. Backstage areas. Now, let's see if I got that shot. See if I got any more shots. Everything's gonna have to connect at some point together, and we want to make sure it connects flawlessly together. So, but this will lead us back into like first aid, the Citizens Cafe, which is our host lounge, which is the employee lounge. So, but good evening, welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys are again having a wonderful, wonderful day. Alright, so let's take a look. Back behind the Citizens Cafe. And see kind of where that's going. We're gonna use the same... Try and use the same, thing, and we have a good shot of where this is supposed to be, so that's also going to be useful. I think mainly it's kind of hard to figure out where everything is. Alright, so this is, because I walk through here every day, so you'd think I'd know, but alright, so that's that hill, and so I'm looking at this and also my reference and matching the buildings up with them. So yes, so this is that and this is that. I think I got that. Perfect. I think that will make sense. So we can go ahead and get this. They actually just remodeled this backstage area not too long ago. And it looks really nice, actually. Really, really nice. There's an updated street view. Hold up. There's... I mean, SDC hasn't had street view before. Are you saying there's street view now? Because that would be a game changer, actually. Let me bring it up. Let me see if that is true. That'd be amazing if so. Because it has not had any sort of street view. I mean, there's been like 360 pictures, but there's not been like a true 360 or like a true street view on it. Oh wow, they have updated it. They got all the construction over here now. They did update it. They do have Street View now. Bro. They have Street View now. Thank you so much for bringing that to my attention. There is Street View now on SDC. That's huge. That's going to help so much. Oh my gosh. This is so beautiful. This is beautiful. And this is all August 2025. So this is like updated. I don't know. Can we go down? Can I go down Valley Road? Oh, there we go. Dude, there's Street View. Maybe I can find myself. This is game changing. This is huge. Can we go in the backstage area? Like by first aid? Is that viewable? That'd be surprising if it was. I doubt it, but it doesn't look like we can. That's okay. But like this is huge. Holy crap. Coasteran, thank you so much for bringing that to my attention. I had no clue they added Street View to SDC. This changes everything. This makes it so much easier. Holy crap, this is huge. Yeah, and they updated the maps too. It has like all the new construction. You can see the construction, all the construction they're doing in the area too. And this is all new. Like, this is August 2025, so this was just taken like within the last month. Amazing. So happy. Alright, it's a little tricky in some spots. It's like a little... Can I not go this way? Is there not a street view there? Look. Look at the street view. Okay, so there is... It just wouldn't let me go over there. Oh, they even got over by the Wilderness Church, too. And, like, all those cabins and stuff. That's very useful as well, because we need references to all those, and that's gonna make it so much better. It was taken Saturday? No, it was taken in August, so like it would have been sometime in August. That'd be cool if I could find myself. Imagine I'm just rolling, like I didn't see anybody with a 360 camera walking around recently. At least I didn't see it. Oh man, this is gonna make it so much easier to do stuff. It's a little bit particular. Like I'm having trouble getting down Hill Street. Wants to only take me. Once you get about halfway down Hill Street, it's kind of hard to get anywhere else. I want to go Hill Street. It keeps taking me to the right towards Midtown. Maybe I have to go around this way. No, it won't let me go that way. Why would you let me go that way? It's being a little obnoxious. I mean, it has you going down all the way Hill Street. A little hard to navigate, but I'm not complaining. Let's go. We have sorry, that's like again, that's very huge. Like this and it's got the updated Fried Fancies and the new furniture store and everything. Like this is fully updated too. Like it's recent. I wonder where I was during this shoot. That'd be cool if I could find myself. Alright, up by Powder Keg. Alright, let's go back up to the square. Looking at it. But yeah, oh my god, you can see so much of the construction too. Like it's... Yeah, it's got all the new construction going on. You can see all the clearing by Outlaw Run and Powder Keg, Wildfire. This looks like before they paved that new road in. At least the overhead view. They don't have the overhead. They don't have that fully updated, but it's pretty updated. See all the construction. Sweet, and you can see the plaza is all done there. Nice. Yeah, this is very updated. Very well updated. And we have Street View now. That's so hype. Again, Coasteran, thank you so much. I did not know that. And I almost kind of, in a way, gave up if we were ever going to get, like, Street View in this. So, alright, sweet. So now, this makes it so much easier. Alright, let's get to work. Might be able to update this a little bit better now that we have Street View. And there's the funnel cake stand right there. I don't know if I want to go too far there. Let's look at actually of doing the planter that is right here. That's what we need to do. And now that I got Street View, it's so easy to look at. All right. Now we can let's actually get some work done here. Enough yapping. Let's actually get work. Let's get to work. All right. I'm so happy now. Like, this is gonna make my life so much easier. Like, for real. I'm so happy. Right, this planter goes just actually right before the steps, so. There's a little stall right there. That's where you like get all your like your mugs and stuff that you ordered online and stuff. Get to work, boy. I'm off to work, man. All right, now I'm just like, oh man, I gotta go to check out the other side from the other angle. Guess what? I can do that easily now because I got street view. Dude, I'm so happy. I'm just like, there were so many parks that had street view, but Silver Dollar City never had street view. And it's like, bruh. Why didn't you have street view? Made my life so hard. And now it's so easy. This is gonna be a little tricky, but we're gonna work around it. Thank goodness for the scaling tool. Alright, that's a little bit weird in a way, so, but alright, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna take path. I'm gonna go ahead and connect it here, and then we're just gonna manipulate it. Hold on, the same texture. Also, like with the new update, guys, like we get so many more options with like color. You can literally recolor pretty much any of these now. Like beforehand, like you see how you can't recolor this one? We can recolor that now. Like there's actually options to recolor all. I'm pretty sure all of them. I actually haven't double checked every single one, but I'm pretty sure you can recolor all of them now in the new update, which is huge. That and the conforming, like, I thought paths were already fantastic, but I'm just like, somehow they just keep improving it, and it's making me so happy. Like, Frontier just continues to improve the pathing system, and it's just like, gosh. They're like spoiling us. I'm so giddy, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you guys to get it. I'm very thankful for Frontier giving me early access to the DLC. Like, can't tell you how thankful I am for that. Dude, this having street view is so nice. Like, gosh, freaking Frontier, Silver Dollar City. Hey, it's Trent. I recognized one of the his face is blurred, but I know who it is. I can tell who that is. Like one of our guys from security. And he hangs out there all the time. Since that he's there. Alright, so there's a little bit help us out. There's a little bit of a planter kind of right here that kind of blends our terrain together because it's gonna, we need this to come down here where these steps are. It's a little bit wonky-ish. This whole thing's kind of wonky-ish, so. Alright. Dude, I've already been messing around with the motorbike coaster. It's amazing. Again, I got early access. Thanks to Frontier. Frontier gave me a little bit of early access, a week early. And I gotta say, guys, it's been so cool. I tried to experiment with some stuff, and I was a little bit disappointed with something I was trying to do. I mean, it's not like a big deal, but like, it would have been so cool if it would have worked. Basically, I was trying to experiment what the possibilities are with the switch tracks. And I kid you not, guys, I said it in the Discord, there are 17 different switch tracks in the new coasters between the Blitz and the Blitz and the motorbike. They have the same type of pieces. There are, like, I counted them. There's 17 different types. Like, there's so many options. Like, you can go in, like, you know how, like, we had the old ones? There's those are in there as well. So if you want to do switch tracks, kind of like what we did with the multiverse coasters, those options are in there. But, like, there's also the banked options, left, right, and then, like, there's just so many different ones. Oh, I haven't even messed with the angle snap options, and I should have access to those too. Like, I haven't actually messed with them. It'll be nice to have those extra options. I know there's a mod that allows that, but just getting these in the base game is always better. I appreciate the mods, but when we get it in when we get these things in the base game, it's just so nice. Then you don't have to rely on mods as much. I tried not to rely on mods as much as I can. It just depends. Sometimes I do. I rely on mods quite often, I will say that. Try not to, but it happens. Okay, it happens. Alright, we'll manipulate that a little bit. Can I move these up and down, or... Sure. I want to make it kind of a more gradual descent here. Kind of like if I use the rounding tool, will that kind of... Yeah, that kind of helps a little bit. I don't want to go too far because I want to wait till we have the conforming tools, which makes it a little bit easier. But what I would do, situation beforehand, is I actually would just use the edit tool and kind of pull these out. And just kind of connect these and pull these together. And it kind of just adjusts it on the fly. Like, say I need all this over here. We're just gonna pull it where we need it. That's a little weird. It doesn't always go according to plan. We can probably try and cover that up a bit. Gives it a little bit of character, I guess. We'll just see what it does because we're not done yet. So, oh gosh, I'm breaking everything now. Sometimes we're just gonna have to play around with this until we get it. Right. That's what I do like. I do like the edit tool. It does give you a lot of freedom. Really kind of mess around until you kind of get what you want here. Right, let's pull that a little further. That smooths that out a little bit more. I have this point here. Anyways, in the event I come back to SDC during the fall or winter, would you want to go to a Chiefs game? Not this year, though. So you mean, like, next season? I mean, I would love to, for sure. I haven't been to a game in a while. Been quite some time, actually. Now, we can adjust this later on. Nope, don't want to do that. for sure. Like, this isn't final. We can mess with this later. Once we, like, again, once we get, like, conforming options, that might help us a little bit. We're gonna press this up still. But let's go ahead and take the terrain and take the size down a little bit. Oh gosh, that is not what I was thinking what would happen there. Right. Oh, I'm not on flatten. I meant to do flatten and foundation, but it was on something else. Oopsie. Basically, I just wanted to pull the terrain up. At some point we will be using the terrain, but I want to go to more stadiums. Arrowhead's a classic. Game I went to. I think it was a Super Bowl, actually. Super Bowl 56. I think that was the last game I went to. It was a fun experience. Rode Air Force One Saturday. It was much faster than the last time I rode, but still not top 5 RMC in your opinion. Oh, most people say that is. Some people put that at 1, actually. I've seen a lot of people put it at 1. I don't have an opinion. I haven't rode it, so I can't throw an opinion there. Yeah, Chiefs tickets have been expensive ever since they started winning Super Bowls. When your team wins, like, tickets skyrocket. Alright, let's go see what's in this planter a little bit. They got a lot of different stuff. There's some trees, bushes. Add a few bushes in here. Yeah, we're gonna do like a little bit of a stream today. Kind of like yesterday. Nothing too crazy. Like, I'm just gonna work on some stuff that need to work on, or like I'm just trying to make some progress, even if we don't get like a ton done. As long as I'm making progress and staying consistent on making progress, that's been kind of like my strat. Okay, it's been working. It's been working. Just staying consistent. In here and getting progress done. Even if it's a little bit at a time, we're still technically getting progress. Progress is progress, regardless. Colored rocks. Okay. Recolorable ones. These ones. Kind of going with a gray, but like Yeah, I had to turn the beta build that I had on, which is basically the update. I'm not allowed to show any of that until it releases, so. Which sucks. I'd love to be able to show off to you guys what the update's like. I guess they don't want anything completely revealed, and I guess they don't want everything revealed, but I think it's nice to be able to advertise the game right before it comes out through the creators and such. That's a little bit of my opinion, but I guess they just don't want stuff revealed just yet, so. Not everything revealed, which, I mean, they've covered everything, like, everything's been kind of revealed, but now that the DLC announcement's out, but you know, this is recolorable? I never knew that this bush was recolorable. I never knew that. My world just changed. I just saw everything change right there. That's actually big, because, like, that would, like, I love that. How fast can you make the swing launch? Is it just 100 miles per hour like the Mach launch, or does it go higher? Basically, you just use the LSMs. So the way it kind of works is, we've seen it in the past where you have like the dual LSMs where you can go one way and then you pass through and it launches forwards and backwards. So you can launch forwards and backwards with those launches, and whatever the limits is on those, I'm not entirely sure what it is off the top of my head. And then for the switch tracks, there's just a setting where you can, however many pass-throughs you want to do. So you can do like quite a few pass-throughs before it resets, and then like however many pass-throughs before it starts over. So like that's kind of how the swing launches work. It just kind of like, you just set, it's very basic really. It's really pretty straightforward. You just like set how many pass-throughs you want before it will before the track moves over, and then how many pass-throughs before it resets to the original spot. So, which is pretty cool. I know you were looking at someone's build yesterday, and I wanted to know if you wanted to see my Vekoma tilt build. Ooh, that is very tempting. Yeah, I do love Vekoma tilt coasters. But like, maybe if we have a little bit of time, we'll do a little bit of look over some stuff. Yeah. If you want to send that code to me, I can go ahead and subscribe to it, and look. If we have time, we can take a look at it. Not this second, but maybe towards the end of the stream. Always down to see Vekoma tilts. Is it like a new gen style, or is it like the old one? I don't know if you have like mods to where you can use like the new gen. Make like a new gen Vekoma, like I've done. I've done new gen. Using the mod, I use the Vekoma track, and then I just use the mod to use the tilt, or add the tilt track to it, which is really fun. I think it'd be nice if they just added a tilt track to the next gen Vekoma trains, or on that track. Like, that would just be nice, so you don't have to use mods. Make that work. Yeah. It is what it is. New gen, sweet. So do you end up using the mod on it? Which is fine because I do have the mod. So. Hey, what's up? Doing great, Mascot Mike. How are you? Thanks for asking. Doing great. Teeth have been great, by the way, if anyone was wondering. I've not had any tooth pain whatsoever. I haven't had generally any pain from the surgery, honestly, either, which has been great. Glad I haven't had hardly any pain from that. Would suck if I did, but thankfully I've not really suffered any, or hardly any pain at all from it. Which I'm very thankful for. And I've fairly much recovered. I can pretty much eat anything now. That was the worst part, being limited on what I could eat. Felt like I was starving. But able to eat more solid foods now because I got my chewing ability back. I actually had some pizza earlier, which felt nice. Felt nice to eat something like pizza. Being on like that soft food diet kind of like sucks for a bit. Yeah, it's been a week now since the surgery and I'm feeling great. Recovered pretty quick, I think. I think I did pretty good. Really no issues to really note. Really had any issues, thankfully. That's always the goal, right? First day was probably the worst for me, honestly, the first night. Took me a good while to get the bleeding to stop in the from it, but that's about it. Once I got the bleeding to stop, it was pretty smooth sailing the rest of the way, and then it's felt better each and every day. I officially hate Christmas now. I don't like hanging angels. That's interesting. Kind of random, but alright. Will there be shuttles? What do you think about the news for SDC about the transport stuff? I mean, it's alright, I guess. RMC Raptor. If you're on PC, I don't know how you feel about doing mods, but you can do a Raptor right now. There is a mod. We also have the this isn't a Raptor, but this is the Intamin Hot Racer. This is actually a CTR, like someone actually made a CTR, and it's an extra coaster in the game. So like, it's legit a single rail coaster. And that's crazy, but there is a mod in the game where you can actually do an RMC Raptor. Like this, there's an RMC Raptor track as well. And you see, it uses the T-Rex, but there's actually replaced pieces like this, and you can make like a lift hill. Where can I find the Planet Coaster 2 mods? They are mostly on... There's a few of them on Nexus mods, but if you want to get stuff like this, you'll want to be on... you want to join the Coaster Sim Society Discord. Go check them out because they're posting mods on there all the time. And then you can request to enter the mod testing. And, like, you get accepted, like, right away. And then you'll have access to like the testing announcements, and they'll put all the files in there, and you can just look through that. There's a lot of different mods on there right now, so I think the newest mod that just came out, there's like a bumper cam offset. Like it's like a camera mod where you can actually move the camera a little bit exactly where you want it. Might check that one out possibly, but I'm not sure. Then there's the too much scaling mod, which allows you to scale smaller and bigger. You're in the Coaster Sim Society Discord? Gotcha, so you should be able to request... I forgot exactly how it works, but you should be able to request to get access to the mod channels. Like I said, once you request it, you pretty much get accepted right away. I think they just, like, you have to look over, like, some terms and such. And then it will give you access, and then you can provide feedback on there, stuff like that. Very, very nice, and you can get access to, like, stuff like this. It's very nice. Like, you have an RMC, literally have an RMC Raptor mod. If you want to do it. You have to do custom supports on it, so that's the one, I guess, kind of downside. Like, you do have to do custom supports. The custom trains are a little wonky too on here. I honestly would have the Intamin Hot Racer. And if you have the mod that allows you to put anything on any car on any track, we just go through here, and honestly I'd use the Intimate Hot Racer train on here. I think it would be a little bit better. Forgot what it's called. I think it's just called Automax Rail or something. I'd have to remember. Where's it at? There it is. Automax single rail. Yeah, that's all it is. Banking mod. I'm not sure about a banking mod. There might be, like, I'm just not aware of it. At the very bottom. Yeah, I'd literally just use the Hot Racer one. I think it looks pretty good. It doesn't fit the track perfectly, but I mean, if you're not, like, looking directly at it, you wouldn't even notice. I just think the trains look a little bit more, or a little bit better. Pretty cool, though. Tilt coaster. So it is a work in progress. Okay. Go ahead and get the workshop on, and I'll go ahead and, so I don't forget it. And we'll subscribe to it. Hopefully it works. Looks like it does. Sand Serpent for Joe. Oh, you put my name on there. Ooh, I'm already excited. It looks like you used the custom supports too, which is pretty cool. Nice, nice, nice. If we have time, we'll check it out later, but... A Raptor at SDC? I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be possible, but... I'm not sure if it'd be the best fit. Personally? Anyways, I'm still so happy that we have Street View on Silver Dollar City now. Like, that makes me so happy for this build. Like, you have no idea how happy I am to have Street View now. Especially working on this now. It's gonna be so easy. So much easier. I don't have to take like 1 billion reference photos anymore. I can literally just reference off of this map now. Or off Google Maps. Like, it's so nice. I'm eternally grateful. Alright, so I think this is going to be pretty straightforward. There's another planter right before we get into the gazebo area. It's kind of hard to see on the top-down view, but... when did that happen? Apparently recently, our friend earlier in the stream, I think his name was Coaster Rant, because yeah, Coaster Rant, told me about it, and I went and looked, and sure enough, we have Street View on Silver Dollar City now. And it's like August 2025, so it's like updated, like new Street View. Like this just went down. Like this Street View is fresh. So that makes it so much better. I'm so happy. All right. I think we're gonna start on the gazebo. Gazebo. But first, before... what we'll do here is... do I want to do the path first, or do I want to start getting the gazebo built? Or like the cover. And then the gazebo stage is over here. And this uses the same texture as that, so might be easier just to start off with this and kind of just go across here. And this can be the gazebo area, I suppose. Fix all that later. Come on, let me use the stamp builder. Please and thank you. There we go. We're going to take the billboards. I'm going to raise it up here. Kind of an interesting view, like above the pathway, and now we can kind of see adjacent where we're at with the billboards a little bit better. Just tuning in. Alright, so let's get this like little canopy. Do I have anything that's gonna work here? It looks like the only thing that's gonna work here is this, which actually works perfectly, but like, thank goodness for this piece, or I don't think we'd be able to make this properly, so. Alright, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 8. Alright, so it's octagon, and it goes this way. Maybe one more. Yeah, I'm gonna go that angle. We'll adjust the size as needed. And make sure all this blends in with the same color. Alright, these are just the rings, so it can be silver. Fine. Now if we go to relative or different axis, the world axis, we should be able to go straight across here at the point. Go ahead and make this a scenery group real quick. make it a little bit easier on us. 4 and 4. So yeah, that should make it close to 8, but will it fit properly? Doesn't really snap there. I guess if we freeform it, we can make it work. We can change the size of this to exactly where we need it as well. Not too worried about that. So 6, and then this will do 8 because there is a total of 8. Except it's not gonna well. I was at SDC Saturday and saw you at Outlaw, and you got on the same train we did on your ride through. Let's go. Let's just try freeforming it here a little bit to see what happens. That's 4, 5, 6. Need to fit it in there properly. It doesn't fit very well. It doesn't fit perfect, which is bugging the heck out of me. I guess we're just gonna have to go very tightly together, but that way it fits as close as possible. It's gonna have to work, I guess. We don't really have much of a much of a choice here. Oh, am I still on display view? Hey look, this is what I'm looking at. Thought I was on game view. I forgot I did display view. Hold on. We're gonna black out. Well, actually, no we won't. Just kidding. Just kidding. Alright, what do we got? See where I'm at. See where we at. Moving right along. That's where we're at. Alright, I'm trying to find some thin little beams. Always use the scale tool, of course, scaling to help us out. But if we can find like the perfect piece, that'd be ideal. Loom support. Alright. Where are you at? Where are we going with this? Alright. Let's try over here. Maybe there's something in the pillar section. Struggling to figure out what I want to go with here. It's funny, it should be like the simplest piece, but I'm just like, can't figure out what I want to use here. I guess we can just go with this and then just scale it down. I don't want it to be too thick. Here's the thing. Four meter. Small, it's small. This is large. Definitely want to go like with the smallest one possible. Small and large, so I guess we'll just stick with the small. Basically, we just need supports that go to the top. But we need to shrink these down. Once we get one, we should be good for the rest. Angle you to the perfect spot. Right around there? Maybe? That's pretty close. That's pretty close. Confident. Confident. Very carefully. Nobody move. Why is that not straightened? Oh. Why? Don't worry about it. We're gonna make it work. It's gonna be okay. We'll make everything just fine. Alright, we're just gonna freeform it. Get these about the right spot that we need them to. Honestly, as long as it's close. Basically, we just need support beams that are supporting these things. Alright. And at the ends of these corners, there are a lot of the same pieces, except they're just the ground here. Alright. Everything's gonna be fine. And we just select both of these. It's just centered. We just line it up with everything else. And we'll have something of a gazebo. Ah. Bug fly in my mouth. Ugh. There's a piece that goes with those too. Of course there is. Of course there is. Why wouldn't there be? Anything to make it more difficult. Like more so like. Oh yeah, that's easy. Easy peasy. Might shrink these down a little bit, but just don't want them to be too thick. Didn't go as smoothly. Might have to do one at a time here. Get off my nose, you stupid bug. Being attacked. We're just gonna do it like this. It's not the greatest deal, but it's fine. And I think, like, scale-wise, we made it about the same size as the floor plan, so too shabby. This is basically like a little cover for the sheets, or the seats. I don't know why I said sheets. Basically, there's just a big old thing of benches in here that face towards the gazebo. And they have live entertainment during there, throughout the day. Most of the time, you're going to be greeted with some live entertainment as you enter into the square from the park. So. Yeah, a lot of benches are in there. Go ahead and grab this. Might actually grow it just a tiny bit to fit the scale here. So it matches the floor plan as best as possible. We're going to take the floor plan, we're going to push it underneath the pathway here. So I can see the actual pathway. And I'm going to set up all the benches in there. We're going to make this as functional as possible. Sorry, I'm trying to... Darn freaking bugs. I clapped my hands, was trying to snatch it. I wish we had... There's a certain bench that I wish we had. It was in Planet Coaster 1. Not in Planet Coaster 2. The closest thing I have is the Western Vine bench, but like... I'm literally looking for like a normal bench. I guess I could... What I could do is really use one of these and then just like alter it to make it look the way I want. I don't know if I can really attach the bench though. I don't know if I save this. I think I can. Basically, I just want to add like a plank back to it. So we're going to do a little bit. I want it to be functional though, so I still want it. I need to use an actual bench. So what we're going to do. Know if this will align with the bench. It will. Sweet. That's good to know. There's only like 2 across. And the only inaccuracy this will have is like little. But, you know, it's okay. Live with it. Form that together, and boom, we got a custom bench. How about that? I'm going to use this a lot because it uses these benches a lot. What do I have? There is something connected with this. I accidentally selected something else. I can tell. There's a... Oh, there's a freaking tree way back over there that's connected to this. There's multiple trees. Come on, man. There we go. Now we're good. My goodness. Spot is obstructed. Mean. Back to. Like we got like layered out like this. Alright, we're gonna center this up a bit. Sure, we have a good amount of rows for seating. Oops, sorry if that was loud. Didn't mean to. What we need to actually do is just be rotated with rotated properly. Bum, bum. You guys have been talking. Sorry, it's been a while since anyone was talking in the chat. Sorry. Let's see, how much have I missed here? Yeah, Silver City does have white water park. It is white water. And an SDC announcer. I don't really care. There's nothing I really care about, so I don't really have much of an opinion. I don't really care. Clock Tower coaster, really. Cedar Fair is what replacing King Cut. Please don't do it, Cedar Fair. Everyone will be very angry about it. Why would everyone be that angry? I mean, it could be cool. You aren't doing it anymore. It's not going to be taller than Kyle now. It's probably going to be like 320 feet tall. I say, let's just wait and see. Anyways, how did I get the map on there like that? Okay, that's what you're... I used a floor plan. You literally just... Basically... There's tutorials on how to do floor plans to get the right scale, but... Basically, you just take a screenshot of Google Earth, an overhead view, and then you just add it to billboards. You're not able to do it on console. It's only on. You're only able to do it on PC. If you're on console, you're out of luck on that one. I don't have enough screens. I was like looking at my references, which is also in a tab with my chat. I guess I could move the chat over here, or move the let's move the references up here and then the chat here. Then I can't see Discord. It's kind of like I need a fourth monitor, I guess. I don't know. Gazebo's starting to come together. We have a little cart here. We do have another planter spot there that we need to get in. We'll go there. Another planter here. Quite a few planters around here. And the obviously having the street view is very, very helpful. For sure. Alright, there is a little booth back here for all the tech stuff of the gazebo, so... cloth piece looks perfect. The only thing is, the real one does have big, like actual gaps in between the cloth pieces. That's the only main difference here. It's like more of a gap, but I mean, this is about the best I could probably do, honestly, with what I got. Flying Dutchman by Vekoma into the game at some point. Batwing has permanently closed, which means the model is officially defunct. Moment of silence for Batwing. I'm thankful I got to ride one of them. I did ride Firehawk before it got removed from King's Island. That was the only one that I ever rode, and I actually kind of enjoyed it. The operation sucked quite a bit because like it has quite the lengthy load process, but I don't think it's really much of the operator's fault, but it's just the way the ride was designed, you know. But I thought it was pretty fun. I was like the only one in my group that thought it was pretty solid. Everyone else kind of didn't really care for it. But I liked it, so... I don't think it's like the greatest coaster in the world. I don't think it was the greatest coaster in the world by any means, but I enjoyed it. I have not been on Fury. The closest I've been on is Orion. I've been on Orion. You've been on Firehawk as well. Nice. Nighthawk at Carowinds. Tried to get on Batwing twice this year, but failed. Oh no. Not the failure. It's probably a little bit bigger than what it is. Not really, honestly. It's actually pretty solid. I don't think this is centered with the gazebo very much. So it's kind of like just off to the side here. I'm not gonna put much detail into this building. This little booth here, we're just gonna make a quick little roof, hopefully, and call it a day. Be more of a bit of a spire roof. Seacoaster probably being a modern become a flyer or become a sleep night. Well, I would say you're wrong on both, so just so you know. Not gonna be either. But we won't know for sure until next year, so. Ryan is disappointing. It's a good ride, but why would you just move the California's Great America Giga to Kings Island instead of making a whole new layout with the huge plot of land they had? I don't know. I like Orion. I think Diamondback's better, which is in the same park. I really do think like Diamondback's a better ride. No hate on Orion, but like I think Diamondback's definitely better when comparing the two. I agree, absolutely. Like I love Diamondback. It's actually one of my favorite rides there. It is a little bit short for a Giga. Sure. Don't know if this is gonna work, by the way, but I'm gonna try. Has there been speculation I'm not sure of? Oh yeah, amongst us employees, we kind of get some good hints because we know the maintenance guys that end up working on it, so so we get a little bit of an idea. Yeah, the new dive coaster at Great America. I haven't been to Great America. I should go there sometime. It's not too far away from me. Last time I went to Kings Island was 2020. I haven't been on Beast since it's retracking myself. Hear amazing things about it though. I mean, I liked it before, so before the retracking. I want to go to Epic Universe. I'm gonna go for the Giga next year. I mean, I've never even been to that park, so bruh, I haven't even been on a theme park trip in actually about almost a year now. My last trip I took was last October. Kind of sad, actually. I'm sad. I just want to take a trip. And I don't know if I have any good. I was stuck on the dissection. I don't want to spend too much time on this roof. I hate these kind of roofs. Really hard. I've been parked this year. I can't afford these trips. That's my problem. I'm just trying to live. Honestly, YouTube's like the tiny bit of money it helps. Actually, it's saved me a few times. The YouTube money's actually saved me a few times and some financial stuff. And I haven't even hardly been getting anything from YouTube lately either, so. I know there's others that have it worse than me, but. So I can't be ungrateful of what I do have. But I just want to take some trips. I'm overdue for vacation. I really am. Way overdue. A good door for this one. Just need to change the color. Where is it? This one. No. Not the one with the pull under coaster on it. It's like a door, but not the one. It's not the door. This is gonna be the next spark to get a Giga. It's gonna be the second or third to get one. At least you have a fun job at SDC. I work at Dollywood. It makes it worth it as long as it's always charming and great, so always happy. Glad to see the right operator for Lightning Rod. Last time I heard Lightning Rod, I was depressed because it didn't have a launch anymore. I was on the last public train with the launch. That ride's not the same without it. I don't care what anyone says, it is a lot slower without the launch. It's still a fun and good ride. I still enjoy the quad down. It's not as powerful anymore with the lift hill. Sorry, I refuse to believe anyone that says it's the same. There's nothing like going up that hill at 45 miles an hour on an angle. Why am I struggling to find this darn door? Am I blind? I always find the door when I don't want to use it. But I can't find it. Oh, it's this one. And that's not... I'm not happy. I thought it was blank, but I was wrong. Alright, I think, yeah, we can kind of get rid of the logo on there. a little bit. I rode it the whole day. It still isn't good without the launch. It doesn't go as fast. I refuse to believe anyone that says the speed is the same from the drop to the end versus the launch and the lift hill. You go so much faster over that drop, or go over that hill on the launch. Yes, it slowed down. It did slow down a little bit, but like, it still was faster than the lift hill speed. Like, you cannot tell me it doesn't haul anymore. Not anymore. Not like it used to. It may change varying speeds throughout the day, maybe, but like, eh. But it doesn't haul like it did with the launch. It was always faster with the launch. Always. Thunderhead is an elite GCI. It really is. I won't argue with that one. Thunderhead is peak GCI. I feel like it's an underrated ride. Like, I feel like not a ton of people talk about Thunderhead as much. There are some do, like, praise it a lot, but I feel like it doesn't get enough praise. I've always thought Lightning Rod was just perfectly smooth. I never once thought there was any sort of roughness on that ride whatsoever. Never, even when it was, I've rode it before they put any iBox on it too, when it was just all wood, and I never once thought it was a rough ride. I think people are just crazy, man. Dude, 2016 Lightning Rod. Ooh, never got to ride it, but now that would be an insane credit right there. Being able to ride Lightning Rod at its peak before they slowed the launch at the top. I can understand why they had to, but man, that would have been insane. Calling the basis that Herschend likes Vekoma maybe a Vekoma Hyper at Dollywood or SDC after their next attractions. I'm surprised Silver Dollar City hasn't worked with Vekoma yet. Genuinely surprised. Now, I can tell you that Vekoma's not working on the next project. 2027 project will not be Vekoma, but still pretty good. I know there's a bench right here because I step on it every time I'm 210. Put the flag away. Went the smoother, it was smooth. I got Steel Vengeance as my favorite RMC. I have only been on a handful of RMCs, so take that how you will, but I've never been on Iron Gwazi, but I did get to look at it. just sitting there. They could have been running it, but they decided to wait. When I went, it was just a giant paperweight. And I've been to Busch Gardens, Tampa twice. Both times, it was just a giant paperweight. First time I went was... Oh, it was like... February 2021? I think it was? Could be wrong there. The second time I went... It was like right before it actually opened. Yeah, Lightning Rod used to be in my top 10, and I think it's actually dropped out of my top 10. It's more just, I guess I'm just so it's not a bad ride, but it's like, it's just disappointing after being someone that's got to experience it with the launch. It's just so disappointing. It's still fantastic, and I still don't have a bad time riding it, but going up that lift hill slowly just is so, like, I just remember flying up that hill, man. Rip Ride Rocket is better than Lightning Rod. Hey, I'm actually one of the few people that liked Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. I actually thought it was overhated. I'm actually one that thought it was definitely overhated. But I think it is a little crazy to say that Lightning Rod is under Rip Ride like that. No, I don't think anyone actually thinks that. I don't think you would actually think that. I don't believe you if you actually say that. But that being said, I still think Rocket was overhated for no reason. I didn't think it was that rough. Personally, I thought it was kind of fun. I'm not saying it's the best. It was the best coaster in the world. I wasn't like that heartbroken that it closed, but I think it got a bad reputation, or bad rap, you know. And I don't really think it deserved all the hate that it got. All that much. I thought it was overhated. People just love to hate on it for some reason, and I never really understood why. At least I couldn't understand it. Hey, how's it going? Going good. Going good. We just building our hearts away here. Your time was insane in the back on Rocket. I think I've ridden in the back. I'm not sure. I've only ridden Rocket a handful of times, but I never remember having a bad experience on it. Like, it was all good from what I remember. Does go around the back, doesn't it? Well, we're just gonna have to adjust this now, aren't we? a pretty high tolerance for roughness too, honestly. Like, I don't find most coasters to be rough. Like, it's got to be pretty bad for me to call it rough. I always found it funny when people just whine about stuff being rough just because, like, it wasn't gloss smooth. Like, some people think it has to be butter for them to even... Otherwise, they'd call it rough, you know? I think Outlaw's, like, a perfect example. I think it's one of the smoother wood coasters out there. And there's people out there that cry saying it's so rough and awful, and I'm like, I don't understand why they say that. I'm like, bro, it's pretty smooth. It's had some days, I guess. There's been some days where it's been a little bit on the rougher side, but, like, I've never considered Outlaw Run rough. Now, compared to, like, all the RMCs, I guess it is a little bit rougher than the rest of the RMCs, but it's not, like... I would never say it's an uncomfortable ride. But... head banging, yeah. I always just throw my head forward a little bit on B&Ms. And I'm good to go. Like, I've never really had to worry about headbanging before. Yeah, they wasted no time getting started on Rip Ride Rocket's demolition. They went right to work. No, I'm talking about Outlaw Run. Not Adventureland. I've been there, but Outlaw was closed when I went. Kind of disappointing, but I mean, I heard it's nothing to be like. I heard it's not that insane. Like it's just kind of meh. It's kind of like a meh wood coaster. Avoid boomerangs. Where am I at? Here. I need to see this planter. I need to finish this planter. I started it, but never actually really. Never finished what we started. This is pretty straightforward. We're just gonna go this way. There's that little popcorn cart out here. We might actually use Estan Wolf's popcorn cart here. It might work well. I'm not sure if it fits in this one really well or not, but definitely could try to see if it does. Bruh, I thought I had that. There. I didn't. No. Wait, hold on. Confusing myself. Oh wait, never mind. I'm good. Didn't realize where I was on the street view. I was like, where am I? Did I make this too wide? Before I get the popcorn cart in there and the map stand, I think I'm pretty good. It's a fairly wide space here. You can actually see the road there, so I think we're okay. Just mainly needed to start fleshing out more of the paths and such here. Just kind of get these laid out here. Just why I wasn't before. Dude, making this in Planet Coaster 1 would be a nightmare with the paths. If you know, you know, alright? Wildfire. I think Wildfire is pretty solid. I mean, there's nothing... I think Wildfire at Silver City is, like... I think it's one of the smoothest B&Ms for how old it is. It's from 2001, and it's so smooth. Like, it's like butter. It is butter. So I think it's kind of underrated. Yes, it has kind of like some generic elements to it. Got Cobra Roll, Vertical Loop, Himmelman, Corkscrew. Like, it's just very, very much basic like stuff, but like very smooth. The trains are pretty unique, honestly. I don't think there's really like, it is a B&M sit down, but it's not like your normal B&M sit down train. Like, it is, the seats are really lifted high up. Like, I kind of consider it more like a floorless coaster, but with a floor underneath you. Like your feet don't touch it or anything. Like, your feet are still dangling. It's a very interesting kind of train design that I don't know if B&M really made any other train design like Wildfire's. Because, like, if you compare it to, like, Kumba's trains or Incredible Hulk's trains, like, those trains are actually different than Wildfire's. Wildfire's is definitely, like, slightly different. If you look at the Planet Coaster model here, it's nothing like this. Like, Wildfire's slightly different. Got a floor, but it's, like, a lot lower from the seats, like, and there's none of this here. It's kind of more open. It's just like a little platform that sits there. Yeah, it's kind of, I guess that's a good way to describe it. It's kind of like a hyper coaster with the over-the-shoulder restraints. That's a perfect way to describe it. It's basically a hyper, like the hyper trains, but instead of clamshells, it uses the over-the-shoulder restraints. I don't know if B&M's ever used that design before, besides Wildfire, on a train before. Because they don't really have a lot of B&M. There's not a ton of just regular B&M sit-downs. Most of the time they're either floorless, inverted, or, like, you know, you got your hypercoasters and such. Like, not many, there's not actually that many regular ones with a floor. Trying to find the, oh yeah, these ones. Like, this train is basically what Wildfire's is. Like, the Zero car is pretty identical to Wildfire's design. The main difference here is it uses over the shoulder instead of lap bars. Very, very unique. One that was in South Carolina and Dragon Con have the Wildfire ones. So they're kind of more similar to that style. See, I didn't know that. I prefer that one over, like, the normal B&M sit-down trains. Like Wildfire's trains, I really liked Wildfire's trains a lot. I'm sure there's quite a few more in like China and stuff too, because there are a lot of B&Ms in China, I think. So I'm sure, surely some of them. I was thinking like surely some of them use it. So there's so many of these like little planter areas on the square. Just trying to knock a good portion of them out here. Anyways, I'd love to get phase 2 out to you guys sooner rather than later. We still have some work to do though. Like, I don't think it's gonna be like soon, but I'm gonna try and start keep staying consistent. We got a lot done. Before I took my break, like we were rolling pretty fast with this phase. And I really want to roll through phase 3 so we can actually get to some rides. We can get to American Plunge and Wildfire. I want to properly build Wildfire. I didn't do that in Planet Coaster 1. Decided to build it in Planet Coaster 2. Fun. Didn't really do much like custom supports in Planet Coaster 1. All I really did was make the layout. Only B&M sit down in China is a clone of Hulk, and it's a Universal Beijing. Really? I figured there'd be more, but I guess not. They're just not common. Like, sit down, regular B&M sit downs just don't seem to be very common. Boom. Let's go. It's looking pretty good. Starting to fill in more. Little by bit. A little bit at a time. A little more at a time. Like, this is... Oh man, I wish I could show you guys the new DLC and updates. I have a beta build right now that I can use. I'm obviously not using it now, but I'd love to show you guys so much. Want to so bad, but I can't because I'm not allowed to. What if their stand-ups were converted to foils coasters, but instead converted to a regular B&M sit-downs like Kumba? That could work too. I'd prefer, like, again, the Wildfire trains. I like those trains quite a bit. A little bit better than the regular sit-downs. Personally. Yeah, let's see what this looks like a little bit on our first-person view. Hospitality house. Is the view that obscured? That could be a little bit of an issue. Let me go on Street View. Street View coming in clutch. I could be wrong. No, it's obscured quite a bit, just maybe not as much. When you come in. Like, it still peeks out, and it's still kind of covered, but I'm off by a little bit. Imagine a B&M sit-down Firebird or something like that. Do you think Frontier watches your videos, or do you think they know who you are? I mean, they know who I am. I mean, they send me these things, so they've obviously have seen me and know my stuff. They for sure know. Do they watch my stuff regularly? I have no clue. I'm just very thankful that they've been keeping me in mind. It took me a while to get noticed by them, so I was very patient. And then when they started sending me stuff, $12.99 they confirmed on a Steam post? Really? I was for sure thinking $15. $12.99. If that actually is what it is, holy crap, that's awesome. My cart moves? Yeah, you didn't know that? Wow. I was not expecting it to be that cheap. Honestly, I was thinking 15 bucks is what it was gonna be. I'm not mad. I'm very happy about that. Like, I'm sure everyone else would be pretty happy with that too. That's some good news. I was thinking 20 at most, and I was really hoping it wouldn't be 20 because I feel like that would be a little bit too much. I was thinking between the $10 to $15 range. I thought it was either going to be 10 or 15. But man, $12.99. I really do appreciate that they kind of went in the middle. Oh yeah, the first time they ever sent me something was literally early access for Planet Coaster 2. I remember freaking out on a live stream saying, "Oh my gosh, they sent me early access." And I didn't know if I was allowed to show it, but I saw other people doing it, so I was like, surely I'm good because everyone else is sharing it. So so I went ahead and started streaming it too. Unfortunately for like the DLC and stuff, they do have specific instructions of when I can show footage and when I can show stuff. And I can't show anything until the release of the update, so I'm going to keep my word, obviously. I made an agreement with them, so like I'm not going to get in trouble. Like I like them sending me stuff early, trust me. And it really does help me with like my videos, like the Sorcery DLC. They sent me the B-roll, they sent me the trailer last night, so I was able to make a video and able to post a video as the announcement happened, so I could be one of the first ones to get a video out on it. So I do appreciate stuff like that because it allows me to kind of get my videos prepped up and ready. So I really like it that they do send those stuff early. And I guess it's kind of nice that I get early access to the DLC too, because I can, again, make some videos, and then on the release day of those DLC, you know, I can have videos already ready to go for as soon as it goes up. So, same thing kind of there. I just wish I wish I could show you guys, because I've been messing around with it before the stream today, so... That was a fun day, though, when I realized that they finally messaged me, or Frontier messaged me saying, hey, here's some early access to Planet Coaster 2. And I was like, what? Crazy. Here's J-Train's. J-Train's donation. Look at this. That light? Oh, it's the hole in the... And that will lead us to the cathedral room of the cave. In case you guys didn't know, yes, I'm going to be putting the cave into the park. I think it's important because, you know, Silver Dollar City is... You know, that's where it started from, was Marvel Cave. Don't tempt me. You know, check out that's all good for me. I was actually thinking about doing that soon in a minute because I think I'm kind of done for today's. Again, the point of like I know I don't get like a ton done in these live streams, but like I think the point of me just being consistent and continuing to work on it, like as long as I'm staying consistent and constantly working on it I don't have to, I wouldn't say every day, but like at least consistently working on it like most days, we make really good and fast progress overall. Like, just in the 2 days alone, we finished off the front. We did this part of the building, now we got the gazebo, we did a lot of the path work, and a lot of this, all these planters and such like that. Like, we still got stuff done. That's the most important part. Might be at a slower pace, but we're still getting stuff done, and now that we have Street View, holy crap, I'm so happy about Street View. Let's take a look at, I kind of want to look at the Street View for, like, other spots. Obviously, they should, it looks like they have Street View for pretty much everything. They got Fire in the Hole. They even went down towards the plaza, it looks like. Which they did, yes. That's beautiful, I love to see it. So we get references of the new Fire in the Hole, which is great. I don't know if you saw this, but the Intimate Blitz also has double spine track. Yeah, it has I saw it because I've already messed around with it. Yeah. Same with the motorbike has a flat track, like 2 different types of flat tracks, and then it has like the regular Intimate. It doesn't have the double spine for the motorbike like the Blitz does, but alright, thanks for being here. Have a good night. Appreciate you tuning in. Anyways, let's take a look at Outlaw Run Street View, which is great. Oh, I'm so excited to see Outlaw Run has Street View. Oh, it's so beautiful. I wonder if I can peek down into the op booth. I don't think I can go that far. Nope. It won't let me. They go onto the exit bridge? I don't think it did. No, they didn't go on the exit bridge. Disappointing. Go look by Time Traveler. Time Traveler is the tallest, fastest, steepest, complete circuit spinning roller coaster ever, anywhere. Actually, they did not get much of Time Traveler's entrance. But Rivertown looks pretty good with Mystic. We get a shot on this side too. Not really. Come on, that's where you get a really good views of the ride. Kind of hard to navigate the Street View around SDC. If anyone wants to see all the scenery pieces, it's on Frontier's website. Did they post like a where you can see all of them? I know what it looks like. I wanted to see if I can find myself. Since this was like literally August, I wanted to see if I could find me in Street View. I think that would be so cool. I'm either a powder keg or outlaw, I'm not sure. I just wanted to see if I could, I think it'd be so cool if I could find myself. I actually saw one of the security guards and I was like, I know that guy. Oh, this is awesome. I'm so happy we got Street View on SDC. So happy. Alright, anyways. We're gonna check out that tilt coaster. I want to check it out real quick before we head out. Is it a park file or is it actual? Is it a blueprint? I wasn't paying attention when I installed it. Guessing blueprint because I don't see it. Unless I'm blind. I could be blind. I'm sometimes blind. So we'll go into blank park. Clean slate. Empty. I'm gonna be honest. I know it would be a pain, but I should use the overview of the new updated satellite view of SDC because the trees aren't as full and you can actually see the roads a little bit better. Still pretty hard to see, but it's a little bit better. Why did I go to the workshop? I didn't mean to click that. What it is called. I know my name was in it, so I'm just gonna type Joe. There we go. Sand Serpent for Joe. That's right, it was called Sand Serpent. That's pretty close to the bottom. I'll say that's good. Go. Alright. Are those trims? Those trim brakes? Don't tell Jake or Silas. They will hunt you down and make sure you get rid of those. I'm trying to get a little brighter in here. That's what I'm trying to do. Just tune in. Great to see some progress on SDC. Thank you. Yeah, we did do a little bit more. Trying to get back into consistency. Did I recover well? I'm doing great. I'm a week out from my surgery. Doing great so far. Just started to get back into streaming yesterday, so we've been back since yesterday. Getting back into the swing of things. And I've recovered very well. Like, I've been able to eat solid foods again already, so... I was pulling so many laterals. Thanks for checking out. For sure, for sure. I don't do it too often because a lot of people try to, like, oh, go look at my thing, go look at my thing, go look at my thing, and it's a never-ending thing, you know? I do enjoy it, I really do, but sometimes when I'm trying to end a stream, or I'm trying to get out, I'm like, trying to end the stream, guys. But I'm too nice to, like, say no, you know? What ride is this? This was built by Box BYGTK in the chat. Next generation Vekoma Tilt. I think it was called Sand Serpent. Because you did like a lot of rock work and stuff. It's fun. You can always say no. I know I can, but I don't like to. There's a lot of hang time in there, by the way. Head chopper. Oh. That's the only thing I was gonna say. Like, I like it. It's a good layout. I don't know if you meant to have like some really big hang time there, but like realistically, I know we went underground there, but I feel like it is supposed to be a little bit faster paced. But I don't know. It's still fun. I still think it's good. I mean, if you're going for hang time, like, that's more power to you. Like, there's no problem with that. If that's what you're going for. Reprofile the dive loop. So you can make it faster, gotcha. Too bad. It's a little slow, but not too bad right there. Look at it off, what it looks like off ride. It's really cool though. I like all the rock work. Such. Little double down there. Take your time on that hill. I think this is where it went really slow. I would maybe just me personally. You don't have to. Maybe make that a little bit shorter, tiny bit, speed it up a little bit. And then if you ever have the extra time, it's up to you. I just think it would make it look better. I don't know how much you like doing custom supports, but I would definitely do some custom supports on like these elements and such here, because the in-game supports are a little poopy on how they generate. So especially like on this dive loop, like what is the auto-generated supports doing here? You know what I mean? Like, what is that? I do like that you used like the custom supports for the tilt aspect. I think you have to use that, otherwise it looks awful. Because I went in, there was someone that did a circuit breaker recreation, and I saved the supports for it. Bobsled coaster. See, it's not one that I would think I need to have, but I know there's probably, obviously has fans that, people that do want it. So. A Eurofighter? I would love a Eurofighter SDC, especially if it was kind of like Mystery Mine. I think I would prefer an Infinity Coaster with the style of like Mystery Mine, where it had like lap bars instead. I did very similar things Mystery Mine did, but like, I think it'd just be a better experience if it had like the Infinity. It was the Infinity model. To make the pace better. Yeah, make sure you get the track completely down the way you want it first before you do custom supports. That'd be fun though. I know custom supports can be tedious, but they definitely add so much realism, and they just look so much better. Like, I mean, look at these. Like, these are not realistic looking supports. That's just, I don't even know what the auto-gen supports are doing there. But no, overall, I think you got a good start to this, especially since it's a work in progress. Keep it up. We got a little transfer, like a switch track, it looks like, for a transfer into the maintenance. I do like the entrance here. That's pretty cool. I like this little entrance. It's awesome. Can't wait to see if once you get like a station on there and everything. Look really nice. But good job. Keep it up. No, I do want to do more streams where we check out everyone's different creations and such. I used to do that a lot. Haven't done it in quite some time, really. I've been doing it a lot lately. So get back into it. Yeah, this is where I took that support from. It was so good that I was just like, why would I make my own if, you know, I try to give them credit, but I do use it. Well, let's check out the work. Let's see how our workshop items are doing. Look to see what my workshops are looking like. I haven't looked at it in a while. So our city's up to 217. That's just phase 1, so it's just the entrance area. Thunderwave. I wish this one would get more. I worked pretty hard on this. I was pretty proud of this blueprint. Turned out really good. I don't know if you guys saw it, but if you were in those streams, Carwin's another good one that I did. It's my floorless blueprint. 286. Time Traveler recreation. Cow Plummet. My most subscribed is the little resort that I built. 21,699 subscriptions, downloads. That's crazy. There's so many. It's actually one of the top subscribed blueprints here. And Windland Adventure Resort is at 357. I think that's the highest I have on my parks. We also got Midwest Adventure. Got my tipping bucket, which did really well. Just under 10,000 on that one. These ones did really well because I built these kind of like during early access, so they were some of the first blueprints on the entire Frontier workshop. So some of these were like the first ones. I did like a parking lot blueprint. Nice. Flags America during like Superman clone. Let's take a browse here. What is this? Relaxing place for your parks? What is that? Oh, I see what they did. They put like lounge chairs in there and made it look like a hot tub. That's so clever. I was actually genuinely confused. Like, what did they do there? And they put like a fountain in there and then just put some jets in there. Like, that's so creative. Love that. Captain Fish. Alright. They're just like by date, like this is the most recent. Sometimes I just like to go through and browse through some of the creations. Like Dragon Con. Looks like a pretty good recreation. Big swinging hot dog. I love this. That is amazing. Great. Gosh. Food truck. Actually, pretty solid. Pretty good. Like what you did there. Good cat. We could go in here and go by rating or subscriptions. I usually like to do rating. Not necessarily by how many downloads it has, just how popular it is. The best. Spell that. It's like a love this El Torito restaurant. Entrance fountain, that looks nice. McDonald's. There's my resort. See, it's up there. It's on page 2 of rating. Accelerator for Silverette. Bridge. Wonder. I would love to see Silverette to work on a park again. He hasn't really done much since what, Koali. Last time he really did much. He does like little small projects here and there, but like, I'd love to see him make a park again. A fully fledged park. Excalibur recreation at Valley Fair. Done great. I wish it is worked really hard on that overlapping. Excalibur Valley Fair. I figured it'd be hard to look up that way unless I spelled it. Yeah, I spelled it. Oh. Why did it move this down here? The searching is really hard. Do you ever think you will make a park better than Wind Valley? Oh yeah, I think I will. Wind Valley Park. I think Windland Adventure Resort is gonna be my best park ever. Hands down. I gotta finish it first, but... And we're about to get into the dry park, which is the exciting stuff, so... I mean, come on. Like, this is definitely my biggest project I've ever done on any level of, like, my own creative mind. That's not a recreation. Tried putting that in and it didn't come up with anything. It didn't even come up with anything for Valley Fair. Nothing. I got no results. I searched it. Can't wait for the first coaster. I think we're gonna start on the Viking section first. But here we are. I can't wait. Ooh. And with the sorcery pack, I'm so excited for the spooky area. So excited. Wind Valley will always be my favorite one of your parks. I mean, that is completely fair. I brought in so many new people and subscribers to the channel just from that alone. That really took my channel off a little bit when... I mean, episode 1 of that series is literally my most viewed video on my YouTube channel. It is, like, How many views is it up to? I'm gonna look this up. We're gonna look this up right now. How many views it has. Videos by views. It is now up to 147.1 thousand views. Almost 100. It's going up to 100, getting close to 150. It still gets views to this day. Like, it is honestly one of my most viewed. Like, it's actually one of my top viewed videos every month. Like, if I look at the last 28 days, the last month, it's gotten 635 views. Like, it still gets views. I know that's not, like, a ton for 1 month, but, like, the fact that I posted that so long ago, and it's still generating me revenue to this day, like, I'm not getting a ton of revenue from it, but, like, it's this one video over the last month has gained me over $9 on that one video. Like, that's insane to me that it's still doing that. Yeah, part 2 is up there too. Like, the first few parts are still some of my most viewed videos. Part 2 is my 4th most viewed video at 73K. Like, that's still insane too. Like, this series still generates money for me to this day. Part 1 generates the most, but, like, I still generate money from this series to this day. Like, I don't think I'll ever have a series as successful as that one. And even if I try, you know, like, I tried to. Like, I was hoping maybe, like, Windland Adventure Resort, this guy, I was hoping that maybe this one could, you know, take off kind of like those videos did. I don't know what I did to make those videos kick off. Like, I didn't do anything special. It was a spontaneous series that I started that I didn't even think I was going to make more than 1 or 2 episodes of. I didn't even know if I was going to make a full series out of it. I just made it. I just, out of nowhere, I was like, I feel like doing a challenge park, you know? Actually have to work with management, you know, manage money and stuff. Like, that's what I feel like doing. And that's what I did. And I can't believe how crazy that series went. Like, I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did to crack the YouTube algorithm on that one. Remember Twitch? I do remember Twitch a little bit. Supernova Loki would have been a better as an Intamin Giga. I don't know, maybe. Maybe it could have. Man, it's crazy that we got a full water park over here. I can't imagine what this view will eventually be. Yeah, we have stuff that is going into the next episode already in here. Like these buildings, this bridge, and going up to the entrance of the dry park. That's all part of the next episode. But I feel like I need more. I want to try... I'm probably going to get like the main entrance and everything, and kind of clean this up a little bit. Get this kind of done right here. And then like kind of go more on this entrance area. That'll probably be the main part of the next episode, is just getting like the entrance to this park. So you should do that in Planet Coaster 2 when it comes out. Yeah, we are getting challenge mode. This might sound crazy, but personally, if I had to say the most unique coaster in Wind Valley Park, I would have to say Stormbreaker. In my opinion, it was a perfect aero jank, and that's what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be that janky aero coaster. Isn't the only reason you ended Wind Valley because you were making so much money that it defeated the purpose? That is definitely one contributing factor. That is a big contributing factor, yes, because like at that point it was just a sandbox. That is one of the contributing factors. The other is the game was starting to be very laggy. It was very hard to build in because like the park had grown so much, and it was very big. And also I just kind of ran out of room too. Like there wasn't much more I could do without removing rides, and like I was starting to get landlocked quite a bit because like I was using up the entire map. And but yeah, the main reason I did was because I feel like I didn't have much more to offer in that series, and it was such a long running series on my channel too. I don't even remember how many episodes it had. It was a lot. I think it was the longest series I ever had for sure, like the biggest one. Like I obviously kept it going because it was so successful, because like I can't end this series, like it's just way too good. That's why before Planet Coaster 2 was announced, I actually started a new challenge park, kind of started from scratch with a new version. It was basically the same thing, but I was just starting a new park, and then Planet Coaster 2 got announced, and of course that park kind of died off because like I was in, obviously Planet Coaster 2 ended up coming out, and I was like, what is I didn't mean to do that. Alright, I'm trying to see how many episodes this had. I see the playlist has 81 videos. 81. So yeah, we had 60 parts. We made it 60 total years. 60 seasons. Because each episode was a year in the timeline. And so the end of year 59 was 60. So like year 60 was where we ended. As soon as we hit 60 years, that's when we stopped. And then I did about, how many episodes? I did 19 episodes of the second challenge park. So basically that one, or no, 20 episodes. Where I finished up the, I did like a steampunk coaster, a steampunk section with the coaster, and that's where I ended that series. And the main reason that series ended is because, well, Planet Coaster 2 released, so I really wasn't just going to keep playing Planet Coaster 1 at that point, so it was interesting. I would love to do a story kind of driven park that utilizes cash again. For sure. I think that would be great to do. However, I think it's going to wait just a little bit. And the reason why I say that is I don't want to have too many projects going on at once. I can't overcrowd my projects. Because when that happens, that's when I start either abandoning projects, or like it's a little overwhelming to try and work on 3 different big projects at once. So right now I'm already working on 2 big projects, right? Silver Dollar City and this. So I think I need to at least finish at least one of these. And once I finish one of them, then I'll look at doing like a big project like that again. I want to start focusing on this. So the kind of like tempo that I got right now is that I work on the resort project here. I work on this in my own time. So like this is the stuff I work on my own time, and it's my time-lapse series. So like it's where I record my gameplay, but I'm just chilling and I'm just building, not having to worry about chat, not doing anything like that. It's my time-lapse. It's the one that has proper episodes. Silver Dollar City is my live streaming project, and that's kind of how I keep a good balance between the two. Obviously, I've been favoring Silver Dollar City over the resort lately, but I do plan on starting to pick the resort back up again, because I've got a spark of inspiration now with the new sorcery pack coming out and everything like that. My second challenge park made you mad? The final 8 episodes were just focused on the steampunk roller coaster. I was detailing the heck out of it, man. Why did that make you mad? I don't know what you wanted me to do, man. Like, my goal with that second challenge park was to I was trying to one-up the previous one, Why did you stream Wind Valley, but you won't stream the resort? Because I want to make videos out of it, and I really don't want to stream and record at the same time. It is a lot on my computer, and it just causes issues. And sometimes it doesn't always record properly if I'm doing that, and it's just too much for a PC to stream and record at the same time. Because I do want to. This is like my proper project where I'm making proper episodes, and I'm doing Silver Dollar City episodes as well, but they're more like updates, more than time lapses. Those I just stream it, but then I'll do updates for the episodes for Silver Dollar City. They're kind of structured differently. I guess it's just because of the way I structured it. So I don't really live stream this park of me working on this park. So. Second part, actually love that one. You're waiting for the next area? I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. Like, I hate to say it, but it wouldn't have mattered because Planet Coaster 2 got announced and Planet Coaster 2 came out. Like, it didn't matter at that point. Like, I knew I wasn't going to be continuing into another area because there's no point of starting a new area when I'm not going to be ever coming back to that park again because the sequel of the game's coming out. And I started that park before Planet Coaster 2 came out. If I was to know that Planet Coaster 2 was about to come or be announced, I probably wouldn't have even started that park. And that's where this comes into play because I'm going to have a steampunk section in the resort here because I never really got to finish that part of the park. So I was still inspired. I'm still inspired to do like a steampunk section. And I get it. I'm a slow builder, you know, but I really wanted to make sure before I moved on to the next area that I was detailing stuff and everything was up to standards. You know, I didn't want to rush through stuff. I think that's the worst mistake you can do in Planet Coaster and when you're trying to be very creative is rush through areas and just because you want to get to the next area. I understand it's hard to not do that. Like, you know, I always want to try and move forward and try and get to the next thing, but and I get I'm a slow builder. I know I can take a long time on one ride, but like you better get used to that because it's going to be probably like that in this series as well because the rides that I'm building in this is going to take a long time. I'm going to be putting in some hours because I'm going to be doing dark rides. I'm going to be doing some heavily themed roller coasters and rides in this, so it's going to be really amazing. But it is going to take time. I'm a slow builder, and that's why I try and time lapse this because like it's going to otherwise this is going to take too long. I hope you understand, and I'm sorry that you know that upset you, but it's just how it works. So Spine for Lift Hill on Supernova, and you were telling me that Outlaw Run isn't rough. Yeah, I still say that to this day. You should always try to make your best. I didn't really have patience back then. Luckily, I have more patience now than I did back then. Dude, I absolutely understand. Like, I don't have patience. It's hard for me to have patience to stick to one area because I have fallen to that issue of like jumping around too much, and it ends up hurting you in the long run. You need to focus on one area at a time before you completely move on. You know, it makes your stuff look a lot better at that point. But is there a tutorial anywhere for No Limits mod? I'm trying to figure out how to build a modern tilt coaster. I think I've made... Did I make one? I'm not sure if I've made a tutorial or not. But, yeah, you can... There's easily places you can go to find tutorials on how to get the mods in there. Do I staple on Outlaw? This will determine something important. It depends on the person, I guess you could say. Whether you like it or not, you're gonna get stapled because as soon as you hit the bottom of that drop, the forces just push your bar down, whether you want it to or not. You're not gonna get away with not getting stapled on Outlaw. Like it just does it on its own. So it's either get stapled in the station or get stapled on the drop. I guess getting stapled on the drop's a little bit better because you can breathe going up the lift hill a little bit. Um, no, I'm not really a stapler unless I don't really staple people, no. I still check the restraints within reason, because obviously I'm in charge of the ride and I need to set a good example, but but just good luck. Good luck if you're trying to get space on that RMC restraint. Like it just slams down on you every time. Fix the pothole. There's nothing there. There is nothing. It's not even, there's not even a jolt there anymore. Like, it's so smooth on the drop now. Like, I don't get where people, stop with the pothole. Don't even get me started. You know how I feel about it when people say pothole. There's no pothole at the bottom of the drop. Don't even get me started on that. You know that. You know for a fact not to get me started on that. There is no pothole at the bottom of the drop. I have not even felt anything this year. Has there been a jolt in the past? Yeah, there's been a jolt down there, but it's not a freaking hole in the track. Like, that's absurd. Okay, I'm not gonna go further than that. I'm not talking about it. I think just RMC restraints in general are just kind of not the greatest, so... Alright guys, I think I'm gonna head off here for now because there's still stuff I need to get done. I'd like to try and get a new episode of Windland Adventure Resort done soon, so I do want to work on that before it gets late. I've been going to bed very early and I want to get some more work done. I'm not sure if I'll get that done tonight or tomorrow. I'm a very busy man right now. I'm trying to get a lot of stuff done. I'm actually going into work tomorrow for a little bit, and then I gotta go hang out with my dad because he's in town. So I've been hanging out with him, and I've been in between trying to get streams in and also trying to get videos done too, but it's been a little bit of a grind, so... But I appreciate you guys being here, guys. You guys have been amazing. We've had a really good crowd today. We've pushed between 20 and 30 viewers throughout the entire thing. We've been almost around 30 for a good portion of the video, or the stream, so... Track is starting to get rough again. No, it's not. Last year it got loud around fall time. You're talking about a whole year ago, dude. Starting to get rough. It's running great right now. I think I know what you mean about last year. There was a portion last year. I will say, like, I'm not gonna say you're wrong there, because last year, around this time, it was awful. It was running really bad. It's running smooth right now. The last few times I've ridden it, it's been great. It doesn't have that loud roar anymore. Like, they fixed that, by the way. That was for a good few months. It had that really loud roar, and we didn't know what it was. I still don't know if maintenance figured out what that was, but it doesn't do it anymore, and it's been running good this year. Been running good this year, except for that one time at the beginning of the year, which I'm not going to talk about, so that was an interesting situation. But anyways, thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate you guys. You guys have been amazing. Make sure you like the stream if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't. I haven't really been gaining any subscribers over the last month or two. Like, my subscriber count has stayed in the same spot. It hasn't gone up at all. It's been literally stuck still. Don't know why. You know, we were on a good run for a while, but lately it's been really dead. I don't know if it's because of my lack of videos, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with the YouTube algorithm again. But appreciate you guys. But thank you guys for joining, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day and cool tomorrow. Maybe we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully for another stream. I never guarantee it because I never know. I'm very busy right now, so. But I'll see you guys next time. Thanks, and goodbye. Ugh.